So having spent 2 nights on the Quiberon Peninsula, it's time to move on. We hadn't got anywhere in particular in mind, just following the coast and see what was around the next corner. As we approached the port town of Lorient, it was obvious that we'd need to go inland across the river. But first we headed out to the very narrow sandbar to the little town of Douarnenez. Apart from yet more pristine white sandy beaches, there wasn't a lot to see out here. Much of the area seemed to be an army training facility. So skirting around Lorient, we kept heading north until we came across a fantastic little park up, which I would call Loch Ven, probably not pronouncing that properly. Another freebie site, we tucked ourselves in behind the pine trees and were soon joined by more vans. After a quick walk on the deserted beach, Sue set about preparing dinner whilst I got the drone out to check out our surroundings from above. Well, as you can clearly see from these drone shots, the Atlantic coastline of Brittany is simply stunning, with mile upon mile of pristine beaches and not an ugly hotel complex in sight. Okay, we're here in late September, so not exactly the high season, and the beaches were more or less deserted, but even at high season there is so much space that I think it would be easy to get away from the crowds. I can certainly see why Brittany is a popular destination for second home-owning Brits, or those like us, seeking quiet, wide open and beautifully unspoilt litter-free landscapes. Okay, so that's enough playing with the drone. Let's get back to the van. Time for dinner and another beautiful sunset. Today we're continuing northward up the Brittany Atlantic coast. Unfortunately, due to time constraints, i.e. we need to be back in Roscoff in a couple of days, and there's still Brest and the northwest coast to see, so we've decided to jump across to Douarnenez via Quimper. I call it Quimper, I think it's supposed to be pronounced Quimper. And so cutting out the coastal area west of Quimper. Not a problem, we'll do that area on another trip. So for today, it's time to find a park up in Douarnenez. Well, once settled, we headed off to the seafront where most of the local bars were situated. It wasn't a long walk, taking us through backstreets and alleyways. Unfortunately, though, the cafes weren't very inspiring. The only other choice was the Le Effect Boeuf, a rather upmarket restaurant which specialised in aged beef. The food was good, but my God, it was expensive. Well, the next morning, it's day 12 now, early morning, we decided to get the bikes out and go exploring. I got a rough idea of where I wanted to go, so Google Maps on the phone and off we went. So our first stop was down by the marina on the Ulm River. Wade, good morning. Forgotten the name of this place already. Very pretty here. I lost my bearings a little bit.
The sun's low. I'll be happy when it goes a bit higher.
What?
The sun is blinding me.
Lovely, isn't it? I think I might try and... Come on, Ronnie. All right. Sorry? Just go slow. Douarnenez is an historic Brittany fishing village or town. It's described as being on the France's wild Atlantic coast. Well, it wasn't wild whilst we were here. It was absolutely beautiful. It's well known for its sardine canning factory. We saw it, we smelled it, didn't go near it. And its 4 sheltered harbours. Today it's described as a laid-back place with beautiful beaches, cliff-top walks and a strong Breton identity. There are the beaches, there are the cliff-top walks, which we cycled along some of them, and it certainly is beautiful. On the coastal path we came across these old fishermen's cottages. There are plaques here telling us about famous French artists who'd lived here. That's the one we were at just now over there.
Walk through there.
Huh. Get on my bike and ride. It's really nice, isn't it? Like Cockington. Well, like Cockington used to be. Might have very cool. But this was it, I think. Well, where have we arrived at here? Pause that to read it. Basically what we'd found or come across was an ancient Roman fish processing site. This whole area was a major sardine fishing area. And the Romans loved salt fish, and they loved to produce garum, which was fermented fish sauce, and apparently highly valued right across the Roman Empire. So this site was the fish processing site. Well, look at the view. Look at that beach over there. That's something, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what is this place all about?
I don't know. Are they bathhouses or something? Washing? Spa?
I don't know, I have to translate it all later.
All sticking towards their base, right?
Maybe it is wash out or
Hilly.
processing salt or fish or something. That's a deep one. I don't know, work it out later.
Roman waterproof mortar. Line tanks for storing fish and garum. Yeah.
I was right, it is fish.
Yeah.
That view over there is absolutely stunning. We'll have to follow in the coastal path to get around here. We headed inland to get back to the campsite. Well, we hope you've enjoyed this video. Join us again on the next one when we continue our journey northwards, clinging to the Brittany Atlantic coast, eventually heading back to Roscoff and home.